This is my game.
You're interviewing me now.
This is the Steam one.
So Glenn, it's your interview, and you wanted to ask me about cosmology. So, well, the best place to begin there is with language, because that's what we're using to talk with right now. And if you can, for a moment, imagine that language sits in an atmosphere of different
Cosmology.
Yeah, this is where I'm coming into. Yeah, so basically these different atmospheres of cosmology. That's what we're going about. So yeah, take it away and interview me. So you're not even on the camera shot, man. You don't have to worry about it. Doctor.
I'm still being recorded forever.
Dr. Glenn. Cosmology. So yeah, different integers and different evolutions in frequency. So I've always found the writings of Robert Graves really quite beautiful in the way they describe the origins of the universe or the cosmos. Essentially, Robert Graves describes in his books on Greek mythology the principle of Euronome, who represents entropy or chaos, a female feminine integer, and she for the purpose of existence breaks free from cosmic plasma with the concept of energy, and through this concept of energy there's a number of particles which are created, a number of sciences which have developed which almost try to trap her energy, and from that point she had to escape in the time. So entropy or Euronome or entropy, chaos, escapes from energy into time, where order or shadow, I think, is what Robert Graves used to describe the intelligence which follows her. So this is order, this is maths. So based on the dance, if you like, of Euronome, as she escapes from energy through the time, and the principles of time become set with certain coefficients. Okay, so within this cosmic plasma, the principle is that this happens more than once simultaneously. So as the first expansion of energy comes out, there's an entropic number of pathways that begin, and from there the time coefficients also, depending on the different frequencies at which certain values are set within certain areas of the cosmos. And as those those regions develop and separate, separate. Basically, what happens is, as those regions separate, she expands through time and then into space. So this is where it becomes more physical. So as the laws of time become set in certain parts of the cosmos, different points in this cycle, space is created for time and energy to have existed within. She escapes into space, and the shadow of order follows the maths in different ways in different places throughout the cosmos, and essentially as the laws catch up with space and it's measured, these laws measure and then become she becomes the matter, or the tomato, the matter, I think it is really, depending on where you come from.
Tomato.
Yeah, she becomes the matter, and basically that's where she escapes as space wraps around in different places. So in some places, this time and space are still carrying on. They're still in the middle of things, and within that space, all of the particles that are in with all of that cycle, they're also becoming a separate dimension. They're becoming, so within this cosmic, there's also this astral section where, and there's also these so there's like particles that have existed, and their cycle back involved with how they are recycled in their incarnation cycles within different areas. This is expressed different ways. So in this is where we eventually have these basic these archetypes, this whole integer of conscious energy. So this is with its own conscious features that progress through later stages in the advancement, or not even the advancement, but just the separation of the cosmic planes of experience. And so we find from the matter cycle that we get actual like Earth energy. We get Earth, and we get planets. We get, like, from the solids that are in the space, from the particle. Yeah, they develop into larger, macro-sized expressions. Okay, so that is expressed from the particle into the moon cycle. So you've got the moons, and you've got, like, from there the aquas that are involved with. So you've got the solids and the liquids, you've got the gases, you've got the fires, yeah, and they're on the next plane of experience, which is being expressed in different ways throughout the cosmic arena, and from that you then go through the language cycles towards the sense. Right, yeah, the sense. So then it becomes more of the sentience, or the animals. So you've gone through different living cycles here, going right through from microorganisms to plants, and eventually getting towards the end of this section.